Welcome back to Real Talk. I'm your boy Tflame, and I want to talk to y'all today about a new article that I just popped up on my news feed by The Guardian. It reads, "We should feel sorry for Jared Leto. His Joker never had a chance." If you look down, it says Ben Child on Twitter, Ben Child Geek. We were talking about this the other day about Jared Leto supposedly being pissed off about the new Joker movie and trying to stop it from happening, from being produced and all that. And I figured a lot of that was some bullshit. And I guess Warner Brothers has since reached out. An agent of Jared Leto's from Warner Brothers has denied them claims and said that is not true. That did not happen. Not to mention, a video surfaced about Jared Leto not that long ago in an interview, and he was talking about, when you're the Joker, you have the honor of holding the baton for a little while and then passing it on. Now, we're going to just jump into this article because I want to see what they got to say. So, we should feel sorry for Jared Leto. His Joker never had a chance. Would it really be surprising that Jared Leto had tried to stop Todd Phillips' Joker from being made? This is what a piece in Hollywood Reporter suggests. Though the claim is said to have been denied by a representative for Leto and by Warner Brothers, it might seem ridiculous to fans that a film that has already taken more than $700 million at the global box office and, at least initially, wowed by critics, could have been swatted from the schedules at the whim of an actor who barely appeared as the clown prince of crime in Gotham in 2016's Suicide Squad. And yet, that would be to forget the circumstances in which Leto found himself cast as Batman's nemesis almost 5 years ago, and was subsequently thrown to the slavering hounds by Warner Brothers. In 2014, when the studio announced that Leto was to star as the Joker, the actor turned musician had just won his first Oscar, blah, 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 blah. Before this, he had hardly acted for 5 years, preferring to focus on his suddenly successful rock band 30 Seconds to Mars. By all accounts, Leto was choosing roles carefully during this period, so it came as a shock and coup for Warner Bros. When he was announced as the world's most infamous supervillain. By all accounts, Leto threw himself into the role with method mania, reportedly sending a letter and video to fellow stars apologizing for not joining them for early rehearsals. I think that's that part right there. I have to disagree with that because if anything, he overprepared. He overdid it. He wouldn't get out of character. He was so hyped to play the role. I don't really agree with that, but I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna continue. Accompanying his massive with a live rat for Margot Robbie and his screen paramour Harley Quinn, some bullets for Will Smith, and a dead pig for the entire cast. Yeah, I heard rumors about that, and I don't know if that's true neither. That's all hearsay. Warner suits aware of the potency such a blend of recent Oscar winner and iconic role would bring to the table must have been head over heels at the publicity. With all this fuss, fans expected Leto's Joker to emerge as the leader of Suicide Squad, a gang of colorful, Dirty Dozen-style supervillain miscreants. Yeah, but see, they weren't a gang of colorful, Dirty Dozen supervillain. That was after David Ayer's initial cut of that movie. It wasn't all colorful and bright like that. There wasn't a whole bunch of rap music and hip hop and shit like that in it. They added all them color effects to it, trying to brighten it up. Guardians of the Galaxy style, trying to, copy Marvel. They had a studio that makes trailers. A studio that makes trailers edit the fucking actual movie itself. Yeah, that's how much they were trying to, after the backlash from BVS, were trying to Marvel shit up. Warner Brothers completely caved to critics. But anyway, I'm gonna continue. But when David Ayer's film finally emerged, Leto was reduced to a bit part player. A bit of torture here and there, some hanging around with Harley in nightclubs, and then completely absent from the movie's narrative. Yep, that's about right. And it goes on and on and on, but you guys can go ahead and check that out if you want. Head over to theguardian.com. Weekend Geek says we should feel sorry for Leto. I think it's credited by Ben Child Geek at Twitter. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that, but you guys can head over there and check that out if you want. So yeah, tell me what you think about this down in the comment section below. Honestly, this is, I don't agree with everything that was said on here, but I agree. Mostly, I agree with this, and that's like I said. I'm sure he was pissed. He got screwed bad. And again, release the Ayer cut. Release the goddamn Ayer cut already. Everybody wants to see it. The script was leaked a while back. I think right before the movie dropped in theaters. The actual original script for it was leaked, and I believe it's the original script. There was a couple of them that were debunked, and I know the original script. I seen it in the extended cut. There was shit that was in the extended cut that was in this script, and it just, there's no way. I mean, that's on you. I have to search that up and try to find that. But yeah, the original script in the beginning, all that shit was fleshed out. The scene with Harley Quinn and Joker in the beginning was more like it was showing the origins of her meeting him in Arkham Asylum, him talking to her and saying that, he shows his love with his hands, not with his words. He was abusive, and he tricked her into helping him break out of there, basically. And then, him and his crew were going to kill her. And he decided not to. He just, he cooked her brain, because apparently she was in there torturing him, and whoever his origin story was. Jared Leto's Joker had an origin story and everything, and they cut that shit right out. They cut it right out. He says in the extended cut, "You helped me by erasing my mind of what few faded memories I had left." So clearly he had an origin story, and all that shit was going to be explained about who the Joker really was. It was hinted at that in the future that they were going to get to that. The backstory to how his teeth got knocked out by Batman for killing Robin. There was supposed to be scenes in the movie that was removed in the Ayer cut showing Harley Quinn and the Joker killing Robin. And there are all kinds of shit, and it was gonna show why the Joker laughed like that, because his voice box and his face basically got fucked by Batman, had to get reconstructed, and all that shit was gonna be explained, and they just totally just hit the delete on that shit to make a fun, try to take a dark, serious movie that was already finished, ready to be released, almost a direct sequel to BVS, and they turned it into a hot mess. So I don't know, maybe I'll make a video about that. But yeah, if you guys look into it, you'll find a lot of shit, man. That they completely just they basically Justice Leagued Suicide Squad. They did Justice League way worse than Suicide Squad. But yeah, it's a damn shame. Release the Ayer cut.